My name's Andre Lipscombe. We're sitting in one of the myriad of connected keeping places for the State Library of WA, and behind me the series compactus that contains an amazing store of visual arts, which is part of the 1985 Library's acquisition of West Australian art. Libraries are interesting beasts, aren't they? It's like an iceberg. A fraction of it is in public view, but there's this huge underpinning material that's part of the bigger story. This art collection has a distinct role within that space, both historically and both in terms of art history in Western Australia. Perth, like other places in Australia, artistically, we're dealing with the re-emergence of painting internationally. Particularly figuration was given another turn in the limelight. Part of the nucleus of work in the holding the library has, which is about 30% or so, is the photo media, and interestingly, majority of those practitioners are women. That's a very interesting and a quite important part of this kind of small nucleus of work. So it's interesting to reflect that these may be set within an 80s time frame, in that they were acquired in the mid-80s. Thinking about the collection now and the artists that made this work, majority of them are very senior in years, but they're still relevant and can be accessed by a younger set of makers, a younger audience, people who use the library and so on. It has a reach into other generations going forward. The power of collecting and the power of keeping places is that they do have the capacity to tell stories ongoing in a myriad of ways. It's quite unusual for a body of work to be acquired at this particular number, which is 189 pieces, acquired in more or less one sitting. But it's an asset to be proud of. It's very rich and diverse, like the library itself. It's a beautiful relationship between learning, study, and visual arts. I think it's a beautiful, natural blend of experience for the audience. The 80s in Perth was a time of growth. The cityscape was dotted or shrouded in a series of cranes and skyscrapers under construction. So the wealth generation was part of the context. But it's also an important asset of huge value in terms of heritage, but in terms of the evidence of art practice, a healthy arts community and arts practice in WA in the mid-80s. And really one of its peaks. Energised and active and progressive